All right, we're back to the biggest day of the tournament so far. I've eaten, so we now are all good. I'm drinking coffee. All right, I'm excited for this one. I'm excited to see what Zheng can do. I've been a massive fan of her since we first watched her back in 2021, I want to say. No, 2022. We watched her like at the end of 2022. She played Fernandez. She pushed her the distance. And I'm thinking, shit, this chick can serve. Now, she's become one of the best servers in the world, but also one of the best players in the world. Has been injured lately. Had elbow surgery, which stunted her progress. But here we go. Coffee in a plastic container. I'm sorry, are you judging me? I'm sorry, did you just judge me? I'm being judged. I didn't come here to be judged. It's a plastic cup. What do you mean? It's a cold brew. Leave me alone. Cardboard straw nonsense down there. Bro, it's just a... Come on, Greg. It's a cardboard. It's a straw. Okay. I feel like... Why does everyone get mad? Are you drinking coffee out of a fucking container? What do we do? Let's relax. Let's relax, all right? It's all right. Everything's fine. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, Zheng. She's had a pretty good comeback so far. You know, she's been pretty healthy the last couple weeks. She's not wearing the sleeve anymore, which is good. She did... Did she push Sabalenka last time they played? By the way, even though this story is made of cardboard, it is fancy looking. Like, I like the colors. Stripey. Last time they played, I want to say they was close. French Open, no. Rome, was that marathon? No, that was the golf match, the next one. Last year in Rome, Zheng finally got a win. They did play here in the quarterfinals last year, and it was straight set Sabalenka. For a while there, Sabalenka was dominating, and Zheng just couldn't get it done. But then Zheng won that match in Rome at 7-1 in favor of Sabalenka. And then also at Roland Garros, it was a close straight sets for Sabalenka. That was last year. Wow, Zheng, yeah. So Zheng, you know, French Open last year was in the quarters. She was in the quarters of Rome, the quarters of Miami. I mean, she was literally there. And then the only reason she's not in the top 10 anymore is because of injury. Did I put her in my top 10 rankings? That is the question. I'm pretty sure I did. Did I put on Boko and Zheng in the top 10? Was I so bold? Was I that bold? Top 20 rankings. Why did I do that? Does anyone remember why that was a mistake? Was that a mistake? Yeah, let me have a look. All right. What did December Cam say? I said Osaka would be number 9. Oh, I said Zheng would be number 7. Shit, I was... That's bold. I didn't say on Boko top 10. That's a shame. I really thought I did. I said on Boko was number 11. Okay. I had Zheng at number 7. Interesting. Osaka at 9. Man, I should have put on Boko instead of Osaka, I think. I'm still picking Zheng at number 7, though. I stand by that. I stand by that, and you watch it. At the end of the year, you watch. I stand by that. Stand by it. Caffeine causes some crazy crashes, Cam. Hey, look. I live in Melbourne. We have the best coffee in the world. I know what I'm talking about. I know coffee, right? Everything's fine. You did. Thank you, Gene. I did. I believe it. If she wins today, I'll look like a genius. I'm excited. All right. Zheng was number 4 in the world. God, chat, she is. You know what I love about Zheng as well? Her last interview, I want to quote what she said. This is so related. This is why she's one of my faves. This is why she's one of my favorites. What she said, one of the funniest post-match interviews of the year, by the way. At least I thought it was funny. Where the hell is the thing? There it is. So this is what she said. Because they asked her a question what she missed about the tour and what she liked and disliked about being, like, what she liked about being away and what she likes about the tour and what she disliked about the tour that she didn't have to deal with, right? And she said, it's nice to compete with all the girls. My body likes the pressure. During this 6 months, when I was without pressure, I felt my life was so boring, honestly, so boring without tennis. By the way, I'm not doing it any justice. Go watch the interview because it was funnier. She was laughing and she was like making, like, it was a very, I'm not doing it justice because just go watch it. Go watch it. Here, I'll put a link in the chat. Go watch it. And I'm like, yes. Relatable. That's how we all feel in the off season. That's how I feel when there's a week of no tennis. You wonder why I stream so much? That's why. My life is completely boring without tennis. Yeah. That's go check it out. Great interview. All right. Australia has the best coffee? Yeah. Melbourne has the best coffee. I don't know about Sydney, but down here we do. I don't even know if Queensland coffee's any good. Melbourne coffee, though. Italian coffee's good too, though. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be like, oh, Italy's coffee's not as good. Italian coffee's good too. I've been to Italy and I've had a coffee. It was good. But I'm still biased. Melbourne. I think Melbourne won the Coffee of the Year award, did it? Best coffee in the world. Best coffee in the world. What am I doing? Rankings. World coffee shops. No, that's not it. Best coffee in the world 2025. Oh, this is just people saying we have the best coffee. This isn't a real list. This is just people saying my place has a... All right. Oh, apparently Brisbane has a... Okay, hang on. New world record. New world 100 best coffee places. Nah, it says Brisbane. Where is it? Where's this list? Whoop. World's best coffee shops. Here we go. Sydney. Melbourne number 4. Proud Mary Coffee. Have I been there? Where's that in? Proud Mary Coffee. Collingwood, okay. I'll have to go there. Brisbane 8th. Melbourne, 19, 28, 71, and 87. So we got the most shops in Australia in the top 100 of all time of coffees. Why is Melbourne coffee so good? Because we I don't know. All right, Sabalenka serving first. It just is. Serve out wide from Sabalenka. Zheng hits it out in the return, and it's 15-love. It just is. I don't know why. It's magic. Coffee culture competition. Yeah, it's probably that. It's probably just like there's a lot of competition to having good coffee is a big deal. You know, we pride ourselves on having. I mean, this is shit in comparison. Like, this is garbage. I'm drinking garbage water, but not. Yeah, like this is yeah. But you're right. Yeah, it's probably competition. People pride themselves on drinking all different, like having a coffee, like a go-to coffee. Like what's your order, right? That's like a thing. Like everybody has a coffee order. You know, just like you have a sports team. Who do you follow? What's your coffee order, right? Everybody has a go-to. And then then there's competition to be the best coffee in the city, because if you're a shit coffee, no one's going to go to a cafe if you've got terrible coffee. Well, how's the coffee? Because that matters. Anyway, it's 40 love. As a default second serve. People who know coffee can spot a bad coffee. Oh, yeah. All right, 40 love is Sabalenka in the net. $40.15. This coffee's like a, I mean, I don't know, like a 4.7. I got this because it was nothing else to get. Backing up the line in the net. One love. All right, one love. Should have got a matcha. All right. One love. Because the beans are done down under, roasted good? Yeah. I know Australian Customs has banned outside coffee from being shipped to Australia. Yeah, so we have to make our own. We have to make it good. Ghana is the biggest exporter of coffee to Australia. Cool. So wait, so is it banned? So wait, can they bring it in? Wait, hang on. I feel like that was... So Dutchie, has it been banned? All right. As Zheng serves the fault. By the way, I love Raducanu's serve, right? I feel like she's got the best. If you're ever going to try and figure out how to serve, Raducanu, even man or woman, if you're a dude, like you'd be watching Raducanu for the service action too, because she has such a nice, simple, no fuss, straightforward service action. I love it. But I do love Zheng's serve. I wouldn't copy her technique. Her technique's a little bit less... Like, the way that she kind of like... is a little bit tricky to kind of replicate. She has a bit more of a smoother motion now, though. But but again, a very good-looking serve. It's a very good serve. Very effective. Her timing is impeccable. She actually has a really... Like, Raducanu has a little bit more of a shorter... take back, and Zheng has a bit bigger, bigger take back, but her timing is just like bang, bang. Love it. And they're both beastly serves. It's like she kind of like expands her arms as well. Like she just kind of reaches like she's a lot of reach. Love it. Anyways, Zheng hits it out 30-15. Like she just winds up. It's just like, yeah. It's almost like it's like a pinball machine, right? When you pull back the thing and you shoot the pinball into the machine, it's like you pull it back and then it's like smack, and it kind of feels like that. Like she just winds up and then just cracks the ball. 30-15. It's like so good. She double faults. 30-15. Second serve. Her ball toss is great. It's a little higher than I would do, because the higher the ball toss, the harder it can be. But it's just perfect. Like her timing. That's what she gets away with. 30-0. Sabalenka looking for that break. Are you a fan of Zheng's personality? I am. Hell yeah. I love that she's just like, I'm here to play tennis and win trophies. She's not here to make friends. No, I'm fine with that. I love the way she goes about it. All right, 30-0. As Zheng says, a fault second serve. Ooh, Tiafoe Menchik final set tiebreak. Damn. Defending champ against the big foe. 7 to the back of Sabalenka. Good return. The back of Zheng. Zheng in the net. Sabalenka with break point. I love the sass and the unintentional humor. Oh, yeah. I just love her confidence, you know. All right, first serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Return is into the forehand of Zheng. Up the line is too good from Zheng. We get the deuce. Beautiful shot by Zheng to survive. Winner of this match, by the way. Winner of this match will take on the winner of Baptiste and Penko, which was Baptiste. So Baptiste will play the winner of this match. What a great week for Baptiste, taking out Samsonova, Svitolina, and Penko. She beat them pretty easily too. She hasn't lost a set all week. Baptiste is playing well, so well. All right, Zheng serves. In the back of Sabalenka, forehand from Zheng. In the nets, advantage Sabalenka. And then also you've got Pegula Christian versus Raducanu Gibson in the quarterfinals. Two of those names are going to be into the quarters. Raducanu Gibson's coming up later. Pegula is coming up now, I think. Oh, not Castella. God damn it. You know what it is? It's a Romanian name, but also they have a lot of the same letters in their last name. And I'm reading that, and I'm seeing different letters in different positions, but I'm not reading the name. I'm actually just saying Castella because we just watched her as well. They've just started. Also, Mickelson is about to win the second set against Tabilo after losing the first. All right. Deuce again. As we just serve again. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Slice from Zheng is wide, and Sabalenka gets to advantage. Advantage Sabalenka to take the early break. All right. Pegula Christian just started, exactly. That's what I was trying to say. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Second serve. Oh, double fault. Sabalenka was going to run around it, and I think Zheng got a little bit nervous, knowing that Sabalenka was going to attack. All right. All right, first is a fault from Sabalenka, second serve. Pegula breaks already, 1-love, nice. Sent you a cool clip on X, did you? I don't know what's going on, but my Twitter X, I don't even, I can't read them. They don't show up. All right, love 15. Yeah, it might. I don't know what's going on. They don't show up. So sorry, I can't read them. Send it to me on Discord. I can read that. 400 up the line, goes wide by Zheng. Yeah, my X doesn't work anymore, so that's so sad. 15-0. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Well, send it to me on Instagram. As with a serve into the backhand of Zheng. Forehand from Sabalenka. Slice in the backhand of Zheng. Sabalenka backhand into the forehand of Zheng. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Up the line's good. No, it's long. 15-30. 15-30. Oh, you sent it. You didn't DM it to me. Sorry. Oh, I can see it now. Holy shit, are they showing... So Talia Gibson was one of the bald kids that tossed the coin for a Venus Williams match. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. That's cool. That's actually really cool. 30-0. That's cool. 30-0. She was a hot shots kid. As he back in return, goes long by Zhang, and it's 40-30. Big Foe's got 3 match points. All right, first serve's a fault, second serve. As a return goes in the backhand of it, Sabalenka up the net, and it's deuce again. We get the deuce. Sabalenka serves a massive serve out wide. Advantage Sabalenka. All right. As Zheng hits a return winner, or it's a big return. And Sabalenka missed the easy shot. Okay. All right. Back the deuce. All right. Back the deuce. Sabalenka down the tee. Zheng gets it back, but hits a long advantage. Sabalenka. Baptiste was glowing with happiness. I love that for her. By the way, chat, I don't know if you've seen this, but there is... there's been a vlog series over at the Ground Pass podcast, and Baptiste is in it. I don't know if you've seen it. It's called Off Season. I think there was also a YouTube channel called Off Season. They brought out, I think it's like an episode every 2 weeks. And you can watch Baptiste is in, I think, is in at least one of the episodes. So go check that out. It's a cool little documentary series. It's like following around a few players: Quinn, Spazzeri, Osorio. It's really cool. Go check it out if you haven't already, because that's the kind of stuff that I want to see more of. So if you support it, then they'll make more and I can watch it. So but also they're putting a lot of effort in, so go check it out. It's really, really cool content. It's really good, high quality as well, very high quality. And the latest episode came out last week, or a week ago. All right, advantage Sabalenka. Zheng hits it wide. Sabalenka holds. All right, Sabalenka 3-love. That's mean? What's mean? Big Foe's got match point again, by the way. Also, Pagula's up 2-love. And Mikkels and Tabilo are what all in the third. John the Baptist? No, it's Haley Baptiste. Close. All right. 7-0 with Foe. Jeez. Menchik has saved 4 match points. Oh, no. Not like this. Not like this. Bad joke? No, it's fine. You're fine. Two double faults, but also plenty of aces in the tiebreak for Menchik. If he wins that match. No scores, please. Yeah, don't put scores in the chat for the... Maybe just... Okay, if you're watching that match, maybe don't look at the chat, because, I mean, it's for another match anyway, so I'm trying to keep up to date with it through the chat as well. So if you're watching that match, you don't want to get spoiled, don't watch the chat for that. Yeah. Putting scores for other matches is okay. I guess. For now. Yeah, just be spoiler alert. Spoiler warning. All right. 3 love Sabalenka. There's a backhand return. Goes in the backhand of Sabalenka. 4 now from Sabalenka to the backhand of Zheng as Sabalenka comes in with a drop shot. Zheng with a slice in the net. Love 15. Great shot, Sabalenka. Yeah, bio. Actually, we'll cut it. Don't do it. No more scores in chat. People are trying to watch it. And I'm not going to mention anything either. All right. Robin, I'd suggest you close chat for the next 5 minutes. Double safe. All right, return winner from Sabalenka and it's love 30. Cam addressed the elephant in the room. Swiatek's relationship with her psychologist. People are speculating. No. I don't think I will. All right, love 30. And Zheng serves again. An ace out wide. 15-30. No, don't worry about modding, Deb. It's fine. Like I said, if you don't want to have that score spoiled, you got to close the chat because it's not on this. It's not here. So, yeah, you got to watch that tiebreak. Get out of the chat because people are going to put the scores in, and it's not for this match. So, if it's interrupting, I'm not going to say anything. I won't give out spoilers, but I can't. I'm not going to. We're not going to. People are going to talk, so just close the chat for now. I won't talk about it though. As Zheng hits a winner down the line, I won't mention what's happening. But yeah, there's people in the chat are going to talk about it, and I'm not going to stop them. Yeah, just close the chat for the next couple of minutes while that match plays. That's all you can do. All right, 30-0. As we return to the net from Sabalenka, and it's 40-30, Zheng. Zheng to get on the board here. $40-30. All right, there's a bit of fault from Zheng. Second serve. Second serve. Oh, double fault. We get the deuce. Cam, why is it so difficult for Zheng to trouble Sabalenka game-wise? I think it's intimidation. I think Zheng isn't scared of many players, but I think that Sabalenka is scary. I think Zheng, with her, with what Sabalenka does on return to serve, especially, I think that spooks her out a little bit. She's double faulting way more than usual, right? Yeah. Second serve into the back of Sabalenka. Forehand from Zheng. Into the forehand of Sabalenka is Zheng with a forehand inside out. Backing up from Sabalenka into the forehand of Zheng. And Sabalenka backing again. To the backhand of Zheng up the line. That's a great shot. And it's advantage Zheng to get on the board. I don't think Zheng's fully recovered from surgery. Yeah, has she been... Let me check. Has she been hitting double faults much? Because she's already hit a couple already today. She's hit 2 already, which is not really what her game is. She only hit 3 against Keys, right? But I guess she doesn't fear Keys' returns as much as she fears Sabalenka's returns. Against Steven, she only served 3 as well. So, yeah. Again, I would think that it's more of a versus Sabalenka issue rather than it being a, because we know Keys can hit return winners, right? And she gets on the board 3-1. So yeah, I think it's more just like Sabalenka is an intimidating player for her to face. All right, but she's on the board now, 3-1. Sabalenka, 25 minutes for 4 games. This is a bit of a marathon. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Zheng. Zheng in the net. By the way, chat, the next change of ends, I will answer that person's question that was talking about Swiatek, and because people obviously are like, well, why didn't you fire somebody else in the team? And I'm going to answer it in a way that might make you actually think from a different perspective, hopefully. But then after that, I'm not talking about it anymore because I don't care for gossip. I don't care for gossip. Double fault, Sabalenka, 15-0. I'm not a fan of gossip and rumors. But I will entertain that question for one changeover, and that's it. 15-0. So listen, if you're here, if you're still here, and I'll address the elephant in the room, or whatever you said. 30-15. So don't see the forehand of Zheng. Backing up from Sabalenka goes long, and it's 30-0. 30-0. I'll tell you this, I can't wait till that other match is finished. I'm looking at the chat going, oh, what are we doing? All right, first serve's a fault, second serve. Big chance for Zheng here to get a break point. Serving to the forehand of Zheng. Zheng hits a wide. Clutch serving. 40-30. Sabalenka serves again. Another big serve out wide. Nice. Sabalenka, 4-1. She holds. All right, so let's go through this real quick. So, elephant in the room, okay? You still here? I don't want to talk about, first of all, none of our business. None of our business who anybody is dating or not dating. None of our business, right? That's the first thing. Second thing. Oh God, I just don't want to talk. I don't even feel like talking about it because it's just like there's no evidence. Where's the evidence that there's even? See, this is where this is why like it just gets so frustrating because it's just like people are just making assumptions based on what, right? Based on what? Like there's nothing. It's the same with Raducanu, right? It was the same with Raducanu and her coach, and people were just like, well, this is what's happening because, and you're like there's no like they haven't said anything and there's no basis to this. It's all just people saying something. It's like, what do we do? It is, yeah. And look, it's none of our business, but also it's like, let's all assume, or this is all, what's the word? This is all theory, right? This is all like, what if? Okay. So what if Swiatek and her psychologist were dating, right? And I don't think they are. I don't care if they are. It's none of my business, none of your business, right? It's none of our business. If they were, and everyone's solution was she needs to fire them, how is that going to make Swiatek any better at tennis? How's that going to make things better for Swiatek? How does that improve Swiatek's life on a tennis court? How does that make her win tennis matches? By firing her, or firing her girlfriend, or whatever you want to say. Again, allegedly, I don't know anything. You don't know anything. None of this is true. None of this is real as far as we know. But if for the people that are speculating and gossiping about it, how does that help? By getting rid of what? So you're gonna buy your partner and then what? But then it's like you still hang out. Like again, like what do you mean? Like I don't understand where people are coming from when people are like, okay, she needs to get rid of this person. And like, what's that going to change? It's exactly like the Raducanu thing. People just thinking that this is a thing that's happening. This is what people are making jokes about it. Or people are not making jokes about it. People are making like rumors about it, gossiping about it. And then people are like, well, if that's the case, then this must be the case. And then this is happening. And oh my God, that's terrible. Like, we don't know anything about anything. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know what the connections are. No one's said anything. She hasn't said anything. It's just people making up things. And look, I don't know. Maybe it is all real. I don't know. I don't really care. Like, because it's not my business. None of my business. So again, I don't understand why people are going down that road of like, oh, she needs to fire the psychologist because this, and this. How's that going to help? Where do you find this information? How do you know this? Do you know this? Are you behind the scenes? You see this? How do you know any of this? Or are you just playing into the rumors that are online and then different story if she makes a statement about things or whatever. Different story. Totally different story if she actually wants us to know anything. But it's none of our business. So it's so weird to think for her to, she shouldn't have got Win Z gone. She should have got rid of the psychologist because of this, and this. We don't know any of that stuff. None of that stuff even exists as far as we know. So why do people always go to that? Now, if the psychologist is letting her down, maybe she should replace her and get another one. Right? If we're talking but people aren't talking from a professional point of view. They're not talking about it. People that mention this, by the way, 30-40. I know I said change over, but it's going a little longer. All right, just leave me alone. Like and I know there's all that but again, this is where it gets so stupid. Because it's like we don't know anything. So people are like, oh, well, it's illegal. You can't do that. That's not allowed. How do we know? We don't know what's going on. There's nothing like... This is why it's a silly topic. Zheng hits it wide, Sabalenka at the double break, 5-1. Again, it's just... There's no... Where is the base that anything like that is going on? And if it is, again, it's none of our business. It's none of our business. So yeah, and that's all we're going to talk about because again, it just unless there's this like again, this is what. And by the way, this is the same thing as that Tsitsipas Badosa were bad for they were bad for each other's tennis. Oh well, the reason why Badosa's losing is because of Tsitsipas or vice versa. I think that's so silly. I think that's so silly to blame the partners on. We don't. By the way, we don't blame anybody else's partner when they lose. Not really. Only the ones that like people think are like the I don't know I wouldn't even say the popular ones, but like again allegedly we don't even know we don't know anything about Swiatek's personal life, nor should we. It's none of our business. So again, whenever people bring this shit up, whenever people say that I'm clueless, you think I'm clueless because I don't talk about it because I don't want to talk about gossipy bullshit that no basis of information, right? None of this shit. Again, none of this has been confirmed. None of this has been is in the public because it's none of our business. But how does it help her tennis? That's where no one goes to the next thing. They're all just like, well, this is happening. That's why she's losing. Okay, then how does she fix it? Get rid of him. Okay, and that's not going to affect her in other ways? No. If that... Again, come on. This is not TMZ. This is tennis. All right? Let's use a little bit of logic. Let's go with what we know. Instead of making up and speculating on whatever. Like, let's... Okay, Wim Fizet's gone. Bring in the new coach. What can she fix in her game? That's what we should be thinking about. That's what we should be talking about. How does her game get better going forward? Who's a good coach to bring in? Like, they're the topics we should be talking about. We shouldn't be talking about gossipy relationship rumors and blah, blah, blah. Like, again, because there's no basis to any of that. It's just a bunch of rumors and speculation, and it's none of our business. No matter what is going on behind the scenes with that, it's none of our business. As with a drop shot into the forehand of Zheng. Zheng hits a wide 40-15. By the way, Dominic Thiem announced. What did he announce? What was Thiem's announcement? Is he coaching Swiatek? Is he coaching Swiatek? What's up? He's not. Is collaborating with ATP Fantasy. I have no idea what that means. Is that a game? Is that like a game? Anyway, it's 40-30. Is that something? When did that become a thing? Is that a thing? Oh, I didn't realize that was a game. Oh, I could have played that the whole time? I didn't realize that was a thing. I didn't realize that was a thing. But 40-30. Whoops. Oh, that's cool, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Backyard winner from Zhang, and it's deuce. I didn't realize there was a fantasy competition like that. I should know that. Anyways, we get to deuce. Man, I love that. Hey, look, shout out to Dominic Thiem for for pointing. I love that. That's a thing. I didn't realize it was a thing. So at least his announcement is news to me. I love it. Anyways, then there by Zheng. By the way, bio. Again, just because the psychologist talks more than the coach is not an indication that anything behind the scenes, like there's, again, we're like, come on, man. Come on. As it a forehand now from Zheng. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Zheng with a backhand. Up the middle. Sabalenka in the net with a slice. Back to deuce. Like, just because one person is more vocal than another doesn't mean that they are... I mean, by the way, she's been around longer than Wim, so maybe that was also a reason why she talks more. Like, again, we're not doing a poll about the psychologist. We're not doing anything. Come on, mate. And I'm out of respect. I'm not clowning because you've been here for a while, and I don't want to be rude, but we just gotta let it go, mate. But I can't prove it. Yeah, exactly. So let's all just, again, like I said, look, I'm not saying that you shouldn't, you can't go down that rumor mill and whatever. You can do that all you want, but I'm not doing that. That's not where I don't like doing that, and I'm not going to do that. Advantage Zheng. Because it's none of my business. And I have a different responsibility than the people in the chat. As that goes in the forehand of Sabalenka, forehand out from Zheng to the forehand of Sabalenka, and Sabalenka gets it out. Zheng gets a break back and saves a couple of break points, set points as well. Yeah. Also, I'm just not into that kind of, off-court, gossipy stuff. That's why I don't really care about the Mute Collins thing. Again, I'm just like, okay, cool, I guess, whatever. Like, it doesn't really bother me, and I don't really care. Like, it's just not... It's just not what... I don't want to play. I don't like playing those games. Going down those rabbit holes, None of my business. All right. Everyone's trying to be diplomatic, but we need action. But yeah, what are we going to do? There's enough people yelling and screaming about it online. We don't need to, I'm not going to add to that when I don't feel comfortable talking about it anyway. I have nothing to add to it, and I have no opinion on it because I don't know anything about it, and it's none of my business. All I can base it off is her and her coach have split, who is available for coaching, and what's her next move with the coaches to get better results going forward. That's the only thing I can talk about. That's the expert. I'm not an expert on anything else, but I also don't I just don't feel comfortable. Exactly like the Raducanu stuff. Exactly like the Raducanu stuff. Talking about her on-court performance when the coach wasn't there, when everybody else was going down they're blah, 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 they're this, they're that, this is happening, that's happening. No one has any facts about that. People are just making up all these things. You don't know what's real. You don't want what's not real. You just got to hear from the people. And whatever they say, you go with what they say. You can't do anything. What else can we do? And as a fan of Iga Swiatek, all I want to see is her dominate the clay again. That's what I want to see. I want to see her come out on clay and just absolutely rip the ball and get some 1000s on clay and go to Roland Garros, because I still think that she's one of the best clay court players ever. And I want to see her get another French Open, try and beat that record, of Chrissy, right? I couldn't give a shit what's going on with her private life. I don't care. As we get back in the net by Sabalenka, 15-0. Nah, it's all right, Bo. That was a mouse in the room, not an elephant. Yeah. By the way, that person that asked probably isn't even here. They probably left. Respect to you, Cam. I mean, I just... I just don't care about players' love lives or whatever. Or speculation of their love lives. I don't care. I couldn't give more of a shit. 30, 50, like actually, like out of all the things, like if somebody gets married or engaged, that's awesome. Somebody has a baby, great. I could not give a shit about breakups. I could not give a shit about who's dating who or rumors of. I could not care less. I don't care. I didn't care about Sinner and Kalinskaya. I didn't care about Tsitsipas Badosa. I don't care that they split up. None of, like, do I look at them if they start playing bad in tennis after a breakup? Yeah, I'll look at that and go, oh, maybe it's a cause. But that's about it. I do not care. It does not interest me. I didn't come here for that. I don't watch tennis to find out who's dating who. I don't care about speculations around other players who are dating other players. I don't care that Mute and Collins are DMing. I don't care. None of that. I don't give a shit about that. If you care, that's fine. You don't have to care. Just because I don't care doesn't mean you don't have to care. You can love that stuff. I love that stuff. Great. You know, that's fine. I don't care. I couldn't care less. It does not interest me at all. Who's camp dating? I'm married, so that's why I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about Alcaraz Raducanu. Like, none of that shit. Like, I don't care. All I care about is who's winning what, or who's not winning, and how they could be better from a tennis point of view. Coaches, on-court drama when they're going back and forth, and you know there's some beef. I love beef. Give me the beef. People hate beef. I love beef. Has been a smash from Sabalenka, but she tries to serve for it again. I love that on-court beef. Right? A little bit of spice. Give me the spice. Relationship stuff. Blah blah blah. Keep that out of my life. Get that away from me. You don't need that. I don't need that. None of my business. All right, 30 love. As Zhang hits a wide. That's 40 love. I tuned out 4 hours ago and you're still talking about it? Yeah, good one, Tony. Did anyone tell you that you're funny sometimes? Not today, though. That was... Sometimes you're funny. Not today. Hey, look. You started it. Backhand goes in the forehand of Zheng. Zheng hits a wide. 6-3. Sabalenka takes the first. All right. Now, Tony knows I'm messing with him. I like Feast's corn rolls. Feast is a beast. And that was before he got the corn rolls. He was a beast 2 weeks ago when he had, when he had his hair long in the Doha. I love Feast. Feast is playing tomorrow. We're gonna have to probably. Oh, we might watch him. We haven't watched Vachereau in a minute either, so we might have to watch that match tomorrow. Anyway, 6 winners, 8 errors by Sabalenka. 10 winners, 14 errors by Zheng. 3 breaks a serve, which is usually strange for these ladies to be broken that many times combined. But oh god, now I got the hiccups. Gotcha, this is a bad day for hiccups. Is that a no in the future segment of tennis beefs? Look, I feel like beefs are just part of rivalry. I love rivalry. I love tennis rivalries. I love that shit. I love that. Again, because it relates to the game. So it's directly related to the history of the sport. No, Tony, it's fine, mate. Don't be sorry. I was just mucking with you. Sabalenka has been sliding through this tournament, except for the finals, but she did win Indian Wells. Yeah, Sabalenka's been, under the radar. That sounds weird. Carlos no longer has a coach. He will need to refine his training. What? He has a coach. Samuel Lopez is his coach. What do you mean he hasn't got a coach? Who have you got tonight? Sinner or Mute? Sinner. Sabalenka versus Raducanu is a very good rivalry. Oh, yeah. And look, it doesn't have... Look, rivalries don't have to have spice. That's fine. Sinner Alcaraz is a great rivalry. No spice. Just good tennis. But yeah. But I like it when there's just a little bit of seasoning on some of the rivalries, right? Some of them that aren't, like, just the unexpected spicy rivalries that you're like, oh, wow, those guys don't like each other. Didn't know that. Maybe I should watch it. Like, I like it just adds to it for me. Just adds a little bit of flavor. Just maybe some of the matches, like Tsitsipas Feast, had they have not had a run in last time they played, we might have watched it. You know, it's a good match, but it just added that little bit, the fact that last time they played, there was a fight. You're like, ooh. You know, like those kind of things. It just adds a little bit extra to a match that maybe, and you know, the match being so one-sided was like, it was a boring match in hindsight, but great match for Feast in hindsight, but boring match up. But those kind of things, like Rude versus Kyrgios, that was crazy for a while, right? Kyrgios versus Tsitsipas, right? I mean, those kind of things. I don't know, just with a little bit of light seasoning, just adds to some matchups that maybe we wouldn't watch if we, you know, that I wouldn't be as interested in. But when there's a bit of history, there's a bit of history between the players. It's like, oh, okay, all right. I love 15. Sorry, love 30. Zheng trying to hold. First game of the second. 15-30. What about Myshak versus Ellis? That's coming up soon, I think. Keep an eye on that as it happens. There's a bit of fault second serve. But chat, put a 1 in the chat. And I don't want to go on about it anymore after this, but put a 1 in the chat if you, and again, there's no right answer. I'm not going to get mad at you if you enjoy off-court gossip. 1 in the chat if you are like me and you're like, I couldn't care less. It's a player's private life. I couldn't care. Whatever. I want to know what's going on the court. And 2, if you're interested in that stuff, because if you're interested in that stuff, you know, then that's totally fine. I'm not. And that's why I don't get into it. And that's why I don't make videos about it or talk about it. Because, again, I'm not really into the rumors. But if you are, that's fine. 1 in the chat if you're not like, if you are like me and you don't like care about that stuff. Or 2 if you like that stuff. Because I just want to get a feel of what you guys are up, like what you guys think. ASLY from Zheng. All right. Mostly 1s, couple of 2s. Well, that's fine. If that's something that interests you, there's plenty of places online that will go down that road. Plenty of places like Twitter. You can go there. There's, probably Instagram comments. Speculating about what's this, yeah. Look, and Sarath, nothing wrong with that. That's fine. Just know in the future though that like if you're coming in with that kind of news, I'm not playing that game. I'm not going down the speculation game. That's fine. Look, there's nothing wrong with that. People love tabloids, TMZ, all that stuff. I get that. People love that stuff. And that's fine. Not for me. Cam, you can cry all you want. Oh, here we go. You can cry all you want. Thank you. Thank you for giving me permission to cry. And not care about Swiatek's downfall. Not care, but Swiatek's downfall is epic. Bagel's first round, no finals. Something's up. And it was not Wim. Or maybe has not recovered from the steroid scandal. So wait, when can I cry now? Am I allowed to cry? Or were you saying I was crying? One thing I'll say to that is saying that it's not Wim, we don't know because she hasn't played any matches without him. So we don't know if it was him or not. She could lose the next match. Like the next 4 matches and we're like, oh shit, maybe it wasn't the coach. Why didn't it work, right? So first of all, we don't know that, right? We don't know if changing Wim 5Z is going to help or hurt. We don't know. We'll find out later. The steroid scandal. It depends on. This is where it gets hard because it depends on what you believe and what you conspiratize. Is that a word? That's a word. But if you go by what the facts were and what the investigation was, and what was proven, she takes a contaminated batch of melatonin and gets a month holiday because she had a banned substance. Now, she didn't get away with it, but also it wasn't like performance enhancing. Steroid is a wild word. I don't think it was the steroid. Pretty sure it was what they all. By the way, the people that found, like the ITIA, like the other side of it, you can believe whatever you want with Swiatek's side, but the other side were also like, oh, well, it's this and this and this. So they've also, But also, I don't think, I think that, I wouldn't say that hasn't hurt her. I think for a while there, she was probably thinking like, it was a bad, she felt bad for, like, I don't know, it made her look bad, I guess. She thought people would judge her differently. But again, steroid scandal is it doesn't sound like it sounds like you're saying something different or you're thinking it was something different. But yeah, anyway, so I think, that could have affected her because going through that stress and that ordeal that's bloody tough, especially when you're innocent and, didn't mean to any harm, weren't trying to do anything dodgy. Yeah, that would be really tough for her to go through that stuff. And maybe it cost her, working with Vicharovsky because he was there at the time, right? And they split up not that far after, right? So maybe that was some strain on the team, right? If, again. But again, I don't know if you're going down that path because you used the word steroid, and that's not what it was. So I don't know if you're saying you feel bad for her, you feel like sorry for her for going through that stressful ordeal, or you're saying like she's cheat. But you didn't say, I don't know. I can't tell because you didn't elaborate. But we don't know because Wim 5Z has literally been gone for less than 24 hours and we haven't seen her play any tennis. So whether or not Wim 5Z is going to be, whether or not Wim 5Z being there or not helps or not, we don't know until she plays more tennis. Mickelson shushing the crowd. That's so funny. The South Americans are getting a lot of fans here. Mickelson won, by the way. All right, 15:30. Anyways, we're moving on, and I'm not going to go back to it. And if you ask a question about it, I'm going to ignore you. 15:30. We've wasted enough time talking about things that don't exist. If you want to talk about things that don't exist, let's talk about the Harry Potter series and Hogwarts and magic. Let's talk about things that fairy dust and, shit. Dragons. They probably were real once, though. I just can't prove it. 30-all. As with a serve. Into the backhand of Sabalenka. Return goes in the forehand of Zheng. And Zheng hits it out. Breakpoint Sabalenka. 30-40. If Sinner wins, he plays Big Foe. Yes. Tomorrow. Tiafo tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow night. No, tomorrow afternoon. And Zheng serves a fault second serve. By the way, we have Sinner coming up in about 45 minutes. Second serve. By the way, this over benchage match it's going to be on in 3 hours. Sabalenka gets a forehand winner. Oh, wait, Mickelson. Wait, is it Mickelson Sinner? Ooh, so much better. New channel today, tennis gossip with Cam. Not going to happen. All right. Yeah, so sorry, Mickelson. So yeah, Tiafoe plays Zverev, right? No. Yeah. Hang on, let me check. No. Atman. Sinner in the quarters against Tiafoe. I think that's what they were saying. Quarterfinal against Sinner. If Sinner wins tomorrow. Is that what I think I read that wrong? If Tiafoe and Sinner both win tomorrow. Yeah, so Atman Foe. Tonight it's Mute Sinner and then Mickelson. Yeah, and then Foe. If he beats Atman. Yeah, okay. We got there. They're all in the same area. all of any of that could happen. But not yet. It's all right. We got there in the end. Yeah, we just took the long way around. It's fine. Yeah. If this guy wins and this guy wins and this guy wins and that happens and this happens, they'll play. Eventually. Queen Pegula wins it all. God, I'd love that. If Pegula won the whole thing, I'd be so happy. Chad, am I the president of the Pegula fan club? Or maybe I'm the unofficial president of the unofficial fan club. All right, Sabalenka serving with a set and a break. Sarath is VP, yeah. She's just so underrated. Somebody's got to talk her up. Nobody else does. All right. 15 love. Can someone please tell me the time of the benchage match? It's after Zverev, so it could be in like 2 or 3 hours. Probably a couple hours. Backhand return goes long by Zheng. 30 love. By the way, chat, I think Zheng is the only other player other than Sabalenka that gets custom outfits on the women's side. For Nike. I don't, because she was talking about how like her outfit. Wait, is she wearing the same as Sabalenka but a different color? Is that what I'm seeing? Ace again. It just shows how big of a deal Zheng is to the company, right? Like how much they believe to give her custom outfits when she must be. I mean, I've been to Beijing and I didn't see much tennis, but she must be a huge deal in China. Like, she must be a massive deal in China to be getting like custom outfits when she's not even in the top 10. She's not a Grand Slam champion, right? She hasn't. Sabalenka had to win her like 3 slams before they gave her a custom gear. So yeah, Zheng Nike must be like, hey, you know what? We're gonna invest in you. She's the number 1 Chinese player, right? All right, Zheng serves a fault second serve. How many clubs are you the president of? Eala, Pegula, Sasha, Mboko, Fonseca, Ever Raducanu, Shelton, Kazatkina. All the Aussies. Backhand cross court is a winner. Zheng, I love watching Zheng. I think she's great. I mean, yeah. I'm probably just the president of the fan club of tennis. Might be just tennis. The president of tennis fans. We'll go with that. That covers everything, right? 15 love. There's a default second serve. Zheng serves. Oh, double fault. That weird sunspot in the middle of the court is back. Now let me have a look at this clip. I love that. I love that. I love Mickelson for that. I love that. More, please. Do more of that. Now you shush them. You wave your finger at that crowd. You're like, yeah, that's right. That's right. I love that. That's so good. All right, 40-15. It reminds me of Fritz when he played in France, and he was like this to the whole French crowd, which is super dangerous. But remember when he did that? That's like reminds me of Fritz. And Zheng serves an ace, and it's 3-2. Yeah, same like Fritz at Roland Garros. Yeah. No, I love that. I love that from Mickelson. Yeah, that was against Rinderknecht, right? Yeah. That's a great. Who would watch Fritz Rinderknecht? We would, because there's some beef, right? That's one of those matches. It's one of those like matches that you would probably pass over unless you knew about the history, right? And then now you go, oh shit, I better watch it. Yeah, have a nice flight home. Oh, I love it. I love that. That was one of my all-time favorite Fritz moments. That whole thing, I loved it. Like Fritz is like a pretty chill dude. He doesn't really get into it. Doesn't really yell and scream that much. But then for him to do that and tell Rinderknecht to have a good flight home, and then have to talk to the crowd and be like, "Yep, all right, bring it." I love that. That was one of my favorite Fritz moments. I love that from Fritz. But yeah, I love that from Mickelson. Can you show it? No. Of course I can't show it. Not a fan of sport behavior in sports? How is that sport behavior? How is that sport behavior? What, doing this when the crowd has been cheering against you all day and booing you or whatever? Like, how's that spoiled? Nothing sport about that. That's just giving the crowd back to, what they gave to you. You're taking that shit all day and you're like, I beat your guy. Now be quiet. You got nothing to say. Like, yeah, that's not sport behavior. Come on. All right, Sabalenka with a center break. I wonder, you know who it's going to be. It's going to be Put and Saver. I was going to say, wonder who's going to do that to the Eala crowd. Somebody's going to do it. Maybe like Penko, maybe Put and Saver. Like what? Somebody's going to turn around to if they beat Eala and do this to the crowd. And they are not going to be allowed in Manila. All right, love 15. They will not be allowed in the Philippines if they do that. But somebody's going to do it. You know, it's only a matter of time. Somebody's going to do this one when they play Eala. It's going to be a dangerous time. I wouldn't do it if I was them, but But if you don't plan going to the Philippines, then maybe risk it. I don't think Mickelson's going to Chile, so that's he's like, I'm not going to South America. All right, 15-hole. All right, 15-hole. By the way, why would he get fined for shushing the crowd? Come on. I like classy sports, gentlemen's sport like Rafa Roger. Okay. Well, when you've stopped, clutching those pearls, maybe fining him's a little much. Just a little bit too much if you're fining somebody for going like this. I think that's a little bit extreme. Should the people in the crowd have their tickets revoked? Should they be banned from tennis for yelling? Like, no, that shouldn't happen either. Like, come on. Come on. All right, 30-hole. Look, you can dislike it, but fining is crazy. Punishing that behavior, it's not even behavior. Punishing that is crazy. That reaction was valid, and I personally think it's great. You don't have to like it, though. You can be like, nope, I like Roger, I like Rafa, I don't like people doing that. I don't care. I don't mind. It's not, nothing wrong with that. A lot of people don't like that behavior. Or whatever. That, doing that. Seeing people do that. But I love it. 4-1 rally. Sabalenka backhand into the backhand of Zheng. Up the line in the net from Zheng. And it's 4-2 Sabalenka. I don't like Shelton or Kyrgios for that. Hey, fair enough. I like both of those players. For that. Part of the reason. Especially Shelton. I love that. That phone, I love that. And I love it when Djokovic did it back to him. All right. But again, that's fine. You don't like those type of players, it's totally fine. Nothing wrong with liking those. But come on, we can't find people. Come on. That's crazy. All right, let's back to this match. We've got 4-2 Sabalenka. It's kind of been cruisy for Sabalenka. Like, Zhang's been trying to just hang in, really. It's all Sabalenka. As the return goes out by Sabalenka, and it's 15 love. I have Cilic Zverev already started. Oh, they have. It's so painful to watch. They've already hit a lot of errors. Yeah, I would have thought that would have been closer. I don't know. Maybe Cilic played his final against Nakashima. Anyways, 30 love. Ace from Zheng. All right. 7th ace from Zheng. And she serves. Fine was a bit much. Maybe a 2-match suspension. All right. 30 love. As a return goes in from Sabalenka. Too strong. 30-15. What's Alex's ranking going to be after today? Great question. I'm going to go through 2 different Alexes because I don't know who you're talking about. But we're talking about Mickelson, so I'm guessing it's Mickelson. Alex Mickelson's ranking is going to be 35 after today. He has that's not a career high, but it's close. He's going to be 35 in the world. Alexander Zverev, if he wins today, will be number 3. He's overtaken Djokovic. He'll probably stay at number 3 for now. Again, if you're not talking about him, if you're talking about Alex Eala, the other Alex that played today, she is 45 in the world. She went down 16 spots, but staying in the top 50 after losing the most, like the big chunk of her points from last year, is actually not bad. So 45. So hopefully that covered all the Alexes. Alex Diminor lost, so he didn't move. 40-15. That goes out by Zheng, and it's 40-30. There you go. There's all the... We could probably have an Alex news segment because there's just so many Alexes on the tour. Bublik, he also lost, right? So Bublik, Diminor, Zverev, Mickelson, right? Is Alex the most popular name in the world? What's going on? It's all these Alexes. 40-30. Pegula wins? Shit, that was quick. Already? Sabalenka in the net, 4-3. Sabalenka with a break in the second. All right. Pegula wins. Pegula is good at tennis. She's so good at tennis. God, could she win Miami, please? That'd be awesome. Wait, who does Pegula play? Raducanu. Oh, no. Oh, no. Why does she keep playing Raducanu? They've played, 3 times already? Raducanu has to beat Gibson, though, and Gibson is going to win because she's an Australian, and I said so. By the way, these 4th round for the men, I think the best match is probably Lehechka Fritz at this stage. Yeah. Raducanu and Sabalenka would meet in the semis, right? Yes, they would. It'd be a semi-final. Feast Vachereau is pretty interesting. Yeah, no, that's true. Feast Vachereau is actually interesting. The only match that like between like a top 10 guy and a guy outside the top 10, I meant. Carlos was saying last night he wanted to go home. Yeah, I heard that. I heard people saying that too in the chat. That apparently he was saying that to his team. God, if that's true though, that actually scares me. Like that worries me. That's not what you want to hear as an Alcaraz fan. You know? Like and we talked about this the other day. That everyone's saying that Alcaraz has won 7 at 22 and all this stuff, and he's going to play till 37 and he's going to play till 40, and so he's going to have 30 slams or what. When I hear things like that, it makes me think like, well, shit, is he going to play after 30? Like, does he want to play? Is he going to play tennis at 35? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he going to be someone who like gets to a certain point and goes, I'm good? Like, I don't know if he's not that like one match is going to decide whether or not he plays until 35, right? But yeah, when I hear that, I'm like, oh god, he's getting sick of it, right? At least. He doesn't like what he can mature. Obviously, he's 22, right? But that's a little concerning at this point, But again, it's one match. It's been a long year, Maybe he just wants a break, and he gets a break. He refreshes. He comes back and he wins the clay, right? Maybe he just hasn't had a rest. Maybe he's burnt out. It's been a long season, and he's done some big things. I mean, yeah, Barty's the greatest example of someone who left tennis, came back, won what she wanted, and then left again. And you go, well, yeah, that's not so uncommon. Maybe you hope Alcaraz doesn't do that. You hope he, is around for as long as possible. But yeah, hopefully he can go and go to Ibiza with his brother and let off some steam, come back, and dominate the clay. Like, that's what you hope, right? You hope that he comes back, get refreshed, Take the break. He earned it. Like, he earned it. Alcaraz doesn't need to do shit. Like, let that guy, don't play Monte Carlo. Like, give him, come back in Barcelona. Like, have like 3 weeks off. Go on a party. Come back fresh mentally, so we can watch his brilliance. I feel like he's earned it. Like, you've got 7 slams, you've won the career slam, youngest player to ever do it. You're world number 1. Go pop bottles in the club and drink shots and dance with the shirt off. Like, go do it. Go party. And then come back and keep winning so we can keep celebrating. But 50-40. Sabalenka puts away the smash. 30-40. 30-40. As Sabalenka serves again. Serves a fault from Sabalenka. Big chance here to get back on serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Zheng. Zheng in the net. All right, Sabalenka gets the deuce. All right, we get back to deuce. Now, Sinner's coming up in about 30 minutes, so we'll be watching him straight after this. All right, deuce is a return. Goes out. And Sabalenka gets to advantage. All right, serve. Into the backhand of Zheng. Return goes into the forehand of Sabalenka. Zheng with the backhand goes long, and Sabalenka holds. She wins 5 points in a row, and she is up 5-3. Defending champion. 1 game away from the quarterfinals, which will take on Baptiste. Pegula will play the winner of Raducanu Gibson, which is coming up after Sinner. All right. Zheng serving to stay in the match. Great serve out wide to the forehand of Sabalenka. Backhand now from Zheng. Sabalenka backhand to the slice of Zheng. Into the backhand of Sabalenka. Zheng forehand. Into the forehand of Sabalenka, who puts it away. And it's love 15. Pegula, Raducanu, what a blockbuster quarterfinal. Yeah. God, I tell you, we have been spoiled this season so far. Has this been the greatest start to a season ever? Maybe not ever. Definitely feels like, not like someone's going to say Novak won 40 matches in a row. Okay, that's not what I meant. But like, has this been the most entertaining start to the year? I mean, the Australian Open was actually not that good until the end, so maybe not. It was, I mean, 2022 was more eventful, I think. Because we had the Rafa run, that was amazing, and obviously all that Djokovic shit happened. Yeah, I forgot that the Australian Open was bad for 12 days, and then it got good for the 3. I feel like February and March has been pretty awesome, though. Like, February was awesome, right? We had some awesome tennis played then. We had some great results as well. Some fun, like, Mukova winning and, Pegula winning. And then with Indian Wells and Miami have been, like, Indian Wells was great, right? Match of the year in the final for the ladies. We had some upsets, right? We've had upsets, right, on the men's side, which was not happening last year. We didn't have any upsets, really, except for one in Paris. And then, the retirement for Sinner in Shanghai. Ace away from Zheng, 15-30. I don't know. I feel like, okay, maybe January wasn't great until the final weekend, but I feel like February and March has been pretty epic. $15-30. There's a bit of fault, second serve. Second serve, Zheng. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Return goes out, and it's 30-0. All right, 30-0. By the way, has Pegula only lost to Raducanu lately? Is that a thing? Has Pegula only been stopped by Raducanu lately? Is that the only person who's beaten her in the last, few tournaments? 4-1 winner from Zheng, 40-30. She beat her in Indian Wells. She beat her in Australia. She didn't play Doha, and she won Dubai when she played Pegula. Did Pegula lose in the first week of the year? Did she lose? She lost. Who did she lose to at the start? Kostyuk. Okay, I know. She lost before the Australian Open as well. And then at the end of last year, she lost to Raducanu in the finals of the WTA finals. So besides Kostyuk and an injury for Pegula, Raducanu is just... I mean, that's not bad, though. I mean, if you're only losing to Raducanu, who is arguably the best player of the season so far, right? I mean, that's probably not... It's probably not the worst thing. Like, I've done everything except beat the one person that's been beating everybody. I mean, it's not. You disagree, yeah, but that's because Zane, you hate Raducanu, so of course you're going to disagree. All right, Sabalenka's going to serve for this match. Pegula keeps losing to Raducanu. It's sad to see, but Pegula was losing a lot to Sabalenka too, so there's no surprise, right? Pegula's games limit are those two players, which is. It's interesting because she doesn't lose to Anisimova, though. But like Sabalenka and Raducanu are the only two players that consistently beat Pegula, and that Pegula struggles with the most. She can beat Coco. She can beat Swiatek. She can beat Anisimova. You know, she can beat a lot of the other players. The top two players are the only two players that seem to stop Pegula from getting to every final or winning all the titles. Pegula used to be known as the only player who could read Raducanu's serve. Really? Oh. Raducanu might have got better. Must have got better. They've still got a good rivalry, though. It's not like... It's just been lately, it's been one-sided. But Pegula could get a win and then it could change. I would love Pegula to beat Raducanu this week. That'd be awesome. Remember how she beat Sabalenka? That was incredible. How she beat Sabalenka. She had lost to Sabalenka like 6 in a row? And then she comes back from like a double breakdown in the third to come back and win against Sabalenka last year in Asia. To win, finally beat Sabalenka. Maybe she can do that this week against Raducanu. All right, backhand up the line to the forehand of Zheng. Forehand now from Sabalenka again, the forehand of Zheng. And Sabalenka forehand goes again, the forehand of Zheng. Zheng hits it wide. Down the line, and it's 15-love. Pegula mentioned it to herself that she used to be able to read Raducanu's serve, but not so much now. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. How can you say that, Cam? Say what? The Pegula can win? Easily. I just said it out loud. All right, serve. As it a 4 now on the stretch from Zheng. That goes wide. 30-love. I don't know about you, Chad, but I find myself like in awe of Sabalenka sometimes. Just the way she plays, you're like, holy shit. She hits the ball so hard, and it always goes in. You're like, how does somebody hit the ball that hard and precise? Max power, max precision. Like, how do you do that? How does it, like, usually, like, maximum power, maximum control. That's not a thing. Usually, the harder you hit it, the less control you have. Or the slower you hit it, the more control you get. But to be able to hit it hard with control is insane. And she does it all the time. It's probably why she's the best player on the planet. And also, I'm a massive Serena fan, and I feel like she has a very similar game to Serena. And she's got match points. Zheng returns it long, and there it is. And she's just intimidating like Serena. Like, she just has the intimidation. She's got the roar. She's got the game. And she's world number 1. All right. As Sabalenka beats Zheng again, it's just one of those matchups. And I feel like one of the only players that can intimidate Zheng is Sabalenka. Zheng's not intimidated by many, but I think Sabalenka intimidates everybody. I mean, I'm intimidated. I'm not even there. All right. GG's. All right. Sinner's supposed to start in about 20 minutes. All right. Good win. Now Sabalenka's going to play Baptiste tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. In a couple of days. On Thursday. Wednesday. Wait. Yeah, Wednesday. Oh, wait, tomorrow? I thought the quarterfinals were on Wednesday for her. Did I... where's the schedule? Where's the schedule? Where's that schedule? By the way, anyone see that round the net shot in the doubles? Crazy. All right, Sabalenka signs the camera with a drawing. Oh, yeah, it's on Wednesday. She's not playing tomorrow. Umboko, Mukova, and then Gauff, whoever she plays tomorrow. Yeah. No, that's all right. Yeah. Yeah, quarterfinals get split. It's a weird schedule. Indian Wells was different, right? Indian Wells, they had all the quarterfinals at the same time. Kevin, it frustrates me that Sabalenka can't do the same thing against... Stop calling her Tier 2 Pliskova! It's being annoying and it's wrong. Calling someone Tier 2 Pliskova when she's won 2 Grand Slams is ridiculous. Her name is Raducanu and she... How can you say Tier 2 Pliskova? She's done better than Pliskova. Come on now. Just say number 2 in the world if you don't want to say her name. But she's not Voldemort. God damn it. You've been doing it all day. It's so annoying. Why do you think she can't intimidate Raducanu? Because Raducanu doesn't get intimidated. She's rock solid. But also Raducanu can hit ground strokes and stuff with her. So she's not scared. Zheng needs to get more like Raducanu when it comes to playing Sabalenka. Also, Raducanu knows she can beat Sabalenka. So she doesn't have that intimidation or fear because she's like, well, I know how to win. Whereas Zheng doesn't know how to beat Sabalenka yet. She's only beaten her once, and that was, 1 out of, 9? So Raducanu has beaten Sabalenka way more. So she's like, yeah, you don't scare me. I can beat you. So just like Coco when she started beating Swiatek, right? All of a sudden, Coco looked way better against Swiatek. But for a long time, it was, there was a lot of losses, right? And Coco looked like she was beaten before they even played a point. But now Coco has that confidence about playing Swiatek. That'll happen with Zheng. She's only still just coming back. By the way, if you are leaving, don't forget to sub on the way out. We will be, we've got a couple matches. We actually might be able to watch. We got Anisimova Bencic. I'm just trying to figure out how to watch that at the same time. So we've got Sinner Mute coming up in about 20 minutes. Then we've got Raducanu Gibson and Anisimova Bencic. So that's all the matches left. Baptiste is Sabalenka's next opponent. Yeah. It's going to be tough for Baptiste. It's going to be real tough for Baptiste. But Baptiste playing Penko might actually help her play a little bit against, at least know how to, it's not the same though, is it? I mean, power plus placement for Sabalenka. It's not just power like Penko. So, but Baptiste, look, she has nothing to lose, right? She's got nothing to lose. Do you think Gibson has a shot to upset Raducanu, or is it too much? I think it'll be too much. Yep, Sinner's playing in about 20 minutes. They've got to kick everyone out. They've got to sort of sweep the ground, and then they've got to bring everyone in. So they're probably delayed, right? It's probably going to be maybe a 20-minute delay. 15 winners, 15 errors from Sabalenka. 21 winners, 28 errors by Zheng. 8 aces, 5 double faults from Zheng. That's definitely a problem. Also won 40% of first serves. Or was it 40% of serves in? Hang on. What is that stat? Is it 40% of first serves in or 40% of first serves won? Only 40% of first serves in. She won 83% of first serves. So yeah, Zheng's first serve abandoned her. She'll probably say that in the press conference. I mean, if you're not getting, you're not getting, that's not updated. If you're not getting more first serves in, then you can't. How are you going to beat Sabalenka without your serve? That's Zheng's best shot, the serve, right? But she missed so many first serves, and Sabalenka attacked the second serve, and that caused the result. I have to agree, Cam. Sabalenka reminds me of Serena in full flight. Yeah. I think Serena, like I've said this before, I think Sabalenka is kind of like a fusion of Serena and Sharapova. Like I feel she's a bit of both. I'll tell you, if Sabalenka was American, that would have been interesting. How like she would have. I mean, she's already doing she's got all the jewelry, she's doing the glamour shots, she's doing the photo shoots, she's on the magazines, right? She's getting the fashion deals, all that stuff. But if she was American, Sabalenka would be they build a statue or something. Like you know what I mean? Like she would be, she would be a global. She's already a global star, but she would be like even next level, right? It should be even louder. Now you'd see. I think there'd be a lot more. And again, she's already number one. She's already getting all those things, but it would be like 10 times. Yeah, iconic, right? If she was American, I feel like it'd be next level. Oh, Andreeva withdrew from the doubles. Okay, maybe that hip injury is bad. Must be pretty. Hip injury must be a problem then. That's a shame. Hopefully she's fit for the clay. Even though Paolini lost yesterday, she played a good match. She did, yeah. Paolini did play a good match yesterday. Penko was unstoppable in that match, in the first set anyway. Bencic versus Amanda next. That's coming on after Zverev. How is Sabalenka underrated? Oh, no, she's not underrated. Underrated's not the word. But if she was from America, like how much more of a superstar she would be, you know? Yeah, underrated. I'm not saying underrated. But yeah, but she said that Serena was her idol. So like clearly, like if you remember watching, you could again, she does so much. She is so much like Serena, the way she plays, the way even like her personality. You know, the way she is on camera or in interviews, and she's got that. She's just got that same similar Serena vibe. You know, she's she doesn't shy away from the limelight. She's she likes to be in the spotlight. She doesn't mind being dancing around and again, she has that similar personality too, right? She, with all the things that come with being number one, she loves it. You can tell. I'm not saying she's the same. I'm not saying. Look, I love Serena. I'm a Serena fan. I'm not comparing her to Serena's career. I'm not saying Sabalenka is going to beat Serena's records. I'm saying that Sabalenka and Serena have a lot in common. There's a lot of similarities. And also, Serena had intimidation, and she would come out there and just dominate players. And Sabalenka does that too, for the most part. Obviously, exceptions. Have to agree with you on this one, Cam. Thank you. What, you don't agree with me on everything? That's crazy. What do you mean this one? You mean this one as well, right? Like everything else I've said, that's completely agreeable. You agree everything. All right. Now, Sinner's coming up. So jump on over here, and we are going to watch Jannik Sinner, who is going to take on Mute, and I'm sure we're going to get questions about Mute. I'm sure we will. If you know, you know. Oh, Zverev won the first set against Cilic. Nice. So jump on over, and we will continue this day. This day of tennis. It's been a busy day. We're also probably we're back into Gibson, and then we're probably going to watch Anisimova Bencic as well. I'm just kidding. Cornelia, I was just kidding. Very underachieved. She could have had 7 slams by now. Yeah, I totally agree. I think Sabalenka has underachieved so far, but I guess she should have 2. She probably should have like 7. She could be ahead of Swiatek in slams for sure. You could write down like where she messed up opportunities, but I still think she can get to. What's she on 4 now? I think she could probably get to maybe 6 or 7 or 8. 10's probably a bit much, but 7 or 8. She could double her slam tally by the time she ends her career. I think that's crazy to think. All right. Sinner coming up next. Sabalenka wins 3 and 4 in an hour and a half. The scoreline doesn't reflect how long that actually was. The first set actually went for a while. There's a lot of close games there that Zheng just couldn't quite get enough serves in. I mean, her first serve was the thing that didn't quite click against Sabalenka, and you can't be serving second serves against Sabalenka. That doesn't help. Doesn't help anybody. Doesn't work against anybody. Sabalenka doesn't let players hit second serve aces against her, or second serve. She doesn't let. She punishes second serve. Sinner's coming up next.